away.
Yeah, how difficult is it to battle back like that? You guys did, and then fall short of football.
I don't think we look at it as difficult. We're able to take the lead late. Just a couple plays didn't go our way. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, like I said, you felt like this more slow to warm up to this game. What do you feel you guys couldn't get off to a quick start?
Defensively, I thought, we got some 3 and outs early on, but trading back and forth. Game became a game of field position. I think, a couple times we just didn't capitalize on it, or, we didn't get off the field in time. So, I think you go in 10-3 at half, get off the field with a fumble, get them the ball, but it's just, hit or miss on a bunch of plays today.
How do you view the game? Do you feel like you kind of, after what you did the last 2 games, you kind of gave one back?
Missed opportunities. We have to eat it. They made more plays at the end. Some of that stuff we could have, some head scratching about what was displayed, but man, just take it, move on. I know everybody's pretty pissed off about the loss, but we got to learn from it and be better next time.
How much confusion was there on that penalty that looked like it was intentional grounding and ended up being an illegal touch?
Well, I thought there was a holding too. So, because I was wrapped around my waist, but yet there was no call. So I don't know what we were, confused about, but, I know Mike T was communicating. Then they said we were not taking the penalty, and then we were like, Mike T wants the penalty, and so we were just waiting for them to get it right.
Do you think it had any impact on the next play, Cam?
No.
Cam, it's the first time you guys have had adversity in about a month.
Wait, we just had adversity last week. We just beat Baltimore Ravens. There's adversity every game. We just didn't win through the adversity. I think, you can learn from wins, you can learn from losses. Adversity was displayed on both sides. Adversity was displayed almost every week, but, we just didn't make the critical plays when we needed to.
But does the loss hit you differently? You have to how we respond to that?
No.
I'd be interested to see how that happens.
Doesn't change the way we prepare. If you're not learning from your wins, you're only learning from your losses, shame on you. I think, you can be humbled in every game, but, you try to learn something from every game.
What effect do you think the snow had?
Last one.
What effect do you think the snow had?
It was, it was a whiteout for the most part, but, if I said it affected us, it's got to affect them too. So, I don't think that really played a part.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Russell in here momentarily.
Question for Russell.
Russ, were you surprised you weren't in there on the 3rd and 6 at the end of the game there when you had a chance to run at the clock?
I think that we all, as a team, we're trying to make plays, we're trying to do different things. Obviously, we have trust in Justin too, and what he can do and what he's capable of, and everybody. Listen, I always want to be in there. That's just the competitor in me. But at the same time, I think that, like I said, we have great trust in Justin and our team and our coaches and everything we were doing. So we should have won that game. We felt like we battled, we fought our butts off, and it was a tough environment. Obviously, we wanted to win this one, but unfortunately, we came up short.
Russ, was it something they were doing in the first half that made their pass rush so effective?
They just made a few plays. They obviously, Miles made a few plays, different things they did well. Thought we moved the ball, in different moments, but we got to stay consistent. And we had a couple penalties, a couple things that happened. And we stayed the course. We knew it was going to be a battle, especially with the weather and everything else going on. We just knew it was going to be a game that was probably going to come down to the wire. And we liked those moments, and we just had to stay the course, and we answered when we needed to. Obviously, late in the game there, what we answered in the fourth quarter was pretty special, and I think that was key. We thought we had a chance at the end, too.
You guys had gone 7 quarters without scoring, and all of a sudden in 6 minutes you scored 2 touchdowns.
What was the difference there, and how do you keep that kind of a spark going throughout the course of it?
Well, we had some really good explosive plays down the field, throwing the ball with Van, and he made some great catches. Calvin, different things that happened, and then we got stalled for whatever reason. So we got to watch the film and see what that was. But, I thought that the guys, the receivers, did a really good job of making plays tonight, and tough, weather conditions and everything else. We were able to throw the ball down the field and make plays in the key moments, and I think that was really good. At the same time, though, we needed one or two more plays. I thought our defense, played hard. We all played hard across the board. When we got that interception at the end, I was like, okay, let's close it out. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do that.
Pretty good pass to Cal over the middle. Just what did you see on those two?
He just did a great job of getting open. I thought our line did a really good job on that, protecting. So I could get enough time to get the ball down the field on that to Calvin. He did a great job of just really making that play. And then I think the one for the touchdown, I knew how to get the ball off. They were about to hit me here, and I just had to let it go down the middle to Calvin. He did a great job and just kind of threw it right before he just anticipated where he was going to be. He made a heck of a catch, heck of a route, and that was awesome.
How much are you able to anticipate when Justin might be coming in? Does it disrupt the rhythm and flow for you guys at all?
Anticipation of it, I don't know when it's going to happen. Obviously, we have different, tags and everything else, but I don't necessarily know when it's going to happen. But, whenever it does, all I want us to do is win. That's all I care about is, whatever it takes for us to win. And obviously, when Justin gets in there, I'm rooting for him to do great, and make a big play or whatever it may be. And then when I go back in there, vice versa, we're always rooting for each other. So there's not, I don't think about it that way. I just, in terms of like when it's going to happen, based on your question, I don't necessarily know to answer your question.
On the 2-point play, throwing the one-on-one ball to Cordero, it's kind of an unorthodox play for you guys. We haven't seen it in game. You practice it much, and what's kind of the, what went wrong on that one for you guys?
We almost had it. We had a shot at it. It was, obviously CP is a Hall of Fame player. He's played receiver, he's played running, he can do everything. He caught a sweet one in practice, 2 days before, in the back corner, just like that. Almost had it. It was contested. We knew that was going to be a contested play. We got to find somebody to get it up to and give him a chance. And unfortunately, we didn't come down with it.
This being a tough loss to a division team, you being the captain, just to make sure this doesn't linger into next week and into Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that in any moment, we got a lot of football left. We got a lot of opportunities to respond in the highest highest level. I think that everything that we want is still in front of us, and we got to be able to refresh. After this weekend, after these Thursday night games, you just played a tough game on Sunday, and you come back and have another Thursday night game, and or a Thursday night game. It's it's a lot of games in a short amount of days, and I think we got to let our bodies recover, reset mentally, and then come back and push for the stretch. And that's going to be the great part of it, because we got the guys to do it. The great thing about this team is we got the guys to do it. We got the mentality to do it. We got the edge to do it. We got the response to do it. I think we showed that in the fourth quarter. The juice, the energy that we brought when it mattered most. And like I said, it's in this game of football, is every play is not going to, every game is not going to go exactly your way. But as long as we give ourselves the best chance to do that and fight for that every day, and I think we did that tonight.
You had to wait a long time to get introduced to the AFC North. What's it been like the first 2 weeks, and how much is it going to be intensified, given what's coming and with the Hard Knocks cameras and everything following as well?
Listen, it's ball. To me, I've lived a lot of ball in my lifetime. I don't, it's not necessarily the division; it's the moment. It's the team, our team that we have right here. And I think the most important thing is just, for us to focus on each other. The great thing about us is that we're not going to change. We're not going to change our thought process and how we work. We work as hard as anybody can possibly work in the National Football League. I think we do a great job of that. We've got great leadership. We've got great guys. We've got great competitors. And we don't blink in the midst of the moments. And so I think this is it's going to be a great story to tell, and we're looking forward to that.
Russell, well, you are new to the AFC North, and this is a defense that you played last year, and while that was last year, were there any visible tweaks or just what you feel they mean within in terms of defending you tonight?
I played them last year, obviously. We won last year, and it was a good game back and forth. I think this time, they didn't anticipated what they were going to do for the most part, in terms of all the multiplicity of coverages. Jim Schwartz he's a great defensive coordinator. He's got a lot of different coverages. They're a veteran group. They were one of the top defenses last year. They do a lot of things really well, and I think the biggest thing for us is just, I think we're a group that's, continuing to grow every day. That's the good part. We're growing, we're learning. Like I said to you guys, the best part about tonight was we didn't flinch in the midst of the moments. I thought how we answered, and I thought how Calvin made the big touchdown, to take the lead at those moments. Those are special moments, and when the defense got the turnover and got the interception, it's like, okay, let's go win it. And so I think for us it's just being able to respond to each play, each moment, and understanding that.
Mike said you
Couple
guys
more
might-
here.
Mike said you guys might have gotten off to a slow start tonight, and just in terms of getting going. Do you guys feel like you got off to a slow start, and that might have contributed to the early sacks and everything like that?
Yeah, I thought that we always can start faster. You want to score every possession. That's the that's the magic of it. If we can score every possession, that's not realistic most of the time. And against a really good defense, that defense is real. Over there, they do really good things, and so. I thought that we had some opportunities. I thought like I said, we had some explosive plays down the field, and once we have those explosive plays, we got to make sure we get touchdowns after that. And so, we'll learn, we'll study, we'll figure out what we can do better, and there's more there, and that's the good thing is that we're going to search for that every day. We're not going to blink on that, and I love this football team. This is the right guys, the right energy, man. This is the right response. We are disappointed. But we're not discouraged. We're not flinching in the midst of it, and so we'll respond the right way.
Last one. Aren't you ever playing this type of stuff?
Yeah, I've played in some bad weather before. I remember I had a game against Chicago. We played Kansas City last year, beat Kansas City, and it was snowing pretty good. And, I like it when it's some adversity. I love the adversity of it all. So. It's football, I grew up playing late at night, playing in snowstorms like that in Virginia sometimes, and different things. So, as you're a young kid, you embrace those moments. You watch it on TV growing up. You love those moments, and so I thought that was cool.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yep, appreciate you guys. Have a good one.